Today we're breaking down every major alien species in Star Wars, from the most well-known to the ones most people completely miss. By the end of this video, you'll understand what each one is, how it survives or functions, and why it matters in the larger galaxy. Let's begin. Wookiees, the warriors of Kashyyyk. Wookiees are a towering humanoid species found primarily on the forest planet Kashyyyk. They are known for their impressive height, thick fur, and incredible physical strength, which allow them to survive in the dangerous, multi-layered jungle canopies of their home world. In terms of behavior, Wookiees typically form close-knit family units and honor-bound friendships that can last for generations. This makes them fiercely loyal allies, but dangerous enemies to anyone who crosses them or their kin. Within the larger story, Wookiees are notable because of their enslavement by the Galactic Empire and their key role in the Rebel Alliance through figures like Chewbacca. This role cements their place as one of the more memorable freedom-fighting species of the galaxy. Next, we move on to Rajans, the bounty hunters of Rhodia. Rhodians are a reptilian humanoid species found on the jungle planet Rhodia in the Tirius system. They are known for their green skin, large multifaceted eyes, and snout-like faces, which allow them to track prey with heightened sensory perception in dense environments. In terms of behavior, Rhodians typically pursue careers in bounty hunting and mercenary work due to their cultural emphasis on the hunt. This makes them feared by criminals and valued by crime syndicates across the Outer Rim territories. Within the larger story, Rhodians are notable because of their frequent appearances in cantinas and criminal underworlds, most famously through Greedo's encounter with Han Solo. This role cements their place as one of the more visible criminal-class species in the franchise. Another important one to mention is Twi'leks. The survivors of Ryloth Twi'leks are a humanoid species found on the harsh desert planet Ryloth. They are known for their distinctive head tails called Luku and their wide range of skin pigmentation, which allow them to communicate silently through subtle Luku movements in addition to verbal language. In terms of behavior, Twi'leks typically adapt to whatever environment or social structure they find themselves in, often working as entertainers, politicians, or laborers. This makes them both exploited by slavers and respected as cunning survivors who navigate galactic society with intelligence. Within the larger story, Twi'leks are notable because of their frequent victimization by criminal organizations like the Hutts in their prominent roles in both the Republic and Rebellion. This role cements their place as one of the more culturally complex and widespread species in the galaxy. But not every creature is this large. Take Jawas. The scavengers of Tatooine. Jawas are a small hooded species found in the desert wastelands of Tatooine. They are known for their glowing yellow eyes, concealed faces, and obsessive scavenging behavior, which allow them to survive by salvaging and trading discarded technology in one of the galaxy's harshest climates. In terms of behavior, Jawas typically travel in clans aboard massive sandcrawlers, collecting anything mechanical or valuable they encounter. This makes them essential traders for moisture farmers, but also untrustworthy hagglers who prioritize profit over honesty. Within the larger story, Jawas are notable because they captured R2-D2 and C-3PO and sold them to Luke Skywalker's family, directly setting the events of the original trilogy in motion. This role cements their place as one of the more indirectly influential species in galactic history. Things become more dangerous with Tusken Raiders. The Sand People of Tatooine. Tusken Raiders are a nomadic humanoid species found across the deserts of Tatooine. They are known for their full-body wrappings, masked faces, and territorial aggression, which allow them to survive the extreme heat and protect their sacred lands from outsiders. In terms of behavior, Tusken Raiders typically live in tribal communities and attack any settlers or travelers who encroach on their territory. This makes them feared by colonists and misunderstood as savages rather than indigenous protectors of their ancestral home. Within the larger story, Tusken Raiders are notable because of their violent encounters with Anakin Skywalker and their cultural re-examination in later stories that portray them as a marginalized people. This role cements their place as one of the more tragically misrepresented species in the saga. Now let's look at something far less visible. Gungans. The amphibians of Naboo. Gungans are an amphibious humanoid species found in the swamps and underwater cities of Naboo. They are known for their long ears, flexible cartilage-based skeletons, and ability to thrive both on land and in deep water, which allow them to build hidden civilizations beneath the planet's surface. In terms of behavior, Gungans typically isolate themselves from surface-dwelling Naboo humans and maintain a military culture centered around energy shields and plasma weaponry. This makes them powerful but reclusive allies who only emerge during existential threats. Within the larger story, Gungans are notable because of their crucial role in the Battle of Naboo, where they distracted the droid army and helped secure victory for the Republic. This role cements their place as one of the more underestimated, yet strategically important species in the prequel era. It's important to understand that life in the Star Wars galaxy is shaped by colonization, trade routes, and constant conflict between governments and crime syndicates. Because of this, every species here is adapted in a specific way, whether through physical resilience, cultural cunning, political maneuvering, or sheer survival instinct. Another important one to mention is Hutts. The crime lords of the Outer Rim Hutts are a massive slug-like species found primarily on the desert planet Tatooine and their homeworld now Hutta. They are known for their immense size, longevity spanning centuries, and resistance to most toxins, which allow them to dominate criminal enterprises without fear of assassination or disease. In terms of behavior, Hutts typically operate vast crime syndicates controlling smuggling, slavery, and gambling across multiple star systems. This makes them both untouchable by local law enforcement and deeply embedded in the galactic underworld's power structure. Within the larger story, Hutts are notable because of Jabba the Hutt's control over Han Solo's fate and his influence over Tatooine's criminal economy. This role cements their place as one of the more politically powerful non-humanoid species in the galaxy. Next, we move on to Twi'leks. The forest dwellers of Endor Twi'leks are a small, furry species found in the dense forests of the forest moon Endor. They are known for their teddy bear-like appearance, primitive technology, and deep knowledge of their woodland terrain, which allow them to survive against much larger predators through traps and guerrilla tactics. In terms of behavior, Twi'leks typically live in tree village communities and worship nature-based deities while maintaining a hunter-gatherer lifestyle. This makes them appear harmless to outsiders but surprisingly effective warriors when defending their territory. Within the larger story, Twi'leks are notable because they helped the Rebel Alliance defeat the Empire's shield generator during the Battle of Endor. This role cements their place as one of the more unexpectedly pivotal species in the original trilogy's climax. But not every creature is this large. Take Yoda's species. The unnamed Force-sensitive Yoda's species is an unnamed humanoid species with very few known members in the galaxy. They are known for their small stature, long lifespans exceeding 900 years, and extraordinarily high sensitivity to the Force, which allow them to achieve mastery over abilities that take other species decades to develop. In terms of behavior, members of this species typically pursue paths deeply connected to the Force, whether as Jedi Masters or other Force-sensitive roles. This makes them incredibly rare and shrouded in mystery with no confirmed homeworld or cultural records. Within the larger story, Yoda's species is notable because Yoda himself served as Grand Master of the Jedi Order for centuries and trained Luke Skywalker. This role cements their place as one of the most enigmatic and force-powerful species ever documented. Things become more dangerous with Trandoshans. The reptilian hunters of Trandoshans are a reptilian humanoid species found on the planet Trandosha in the same star system as Kashyyyk. They are known for their scaly skin, ability to regenerate lost limbs, and natural hunting instincts which allow them to excel as bounty hunters and trophy collectors across the galaxy. In terms of behavior, Trandoshans typically engage in ritualistic hunts to earn status in their society, with Wookiees being their preferred prey due to ancient cultural rivalries. This makes them feared by Wookiees and sought after by criminal organizations needing ruthless enforcers. Within the larger story, Trandoshans are notable because of bounty hunters like Bosk who worked for the Empire and crime syndicates. This role cements their place as one of the more predatory and honor-driven species in the galactic underworld. Another important one to mention is Mon Calamari. The admirals of Mon Calamari are an amphibious humanoid species found on the ocean planet Mon Cala. They are known for their salmon-colored skin, large eyes adapted for underwater vision, and exceptional shipbuilding skills, which allow them to construct some of the most advanced starships in the galaxy. In terms of behavior, Mon Calamari typically value knowledge, leadership, and resistance against tyranny, often holding high-ranking positions in galactic governments. This makes them natural leaders in democratic movements and military campaigns requiring strategic brilliance. Within the larger story, Mon Calamari are notable because Admiral Akbar led the rebel fleet at the Battle of Endor, and their shipyards provided crucial vessels for the rebellion. This role cements their place as one of the most important species in the fight against the Empire. Now let's look at something far less visible. Quarren. The isolationists of Mon Cala Quarren are an aquatic humanoid species found sharing the planet Mon Cala with the Mon Calamari. They are known for their squid-like head tentacles, preference for deep ocean environments, and historically isolationist culture, which allow them to thrive in the darkest depths where even Mon Calamari rarely venture. In terms of behavior, Quarren typically distrust surface politics and prefer autonomy over their underwater territories, sometimes leading to conflict with their Mon Calamari neighbors. This makes them both valuable allies when unified, but also susceptible to manipulation by outside forces seeking to divide Mon Cala. Within the larger story, Quarren are notable because of their political tensions during the Clone Wars, when separatist forces exploited their grievances. This role cements their place as one of the more politically complex species sharing a homeworld.